Hello, my name is Rocco. I am the owner of the Esoteric Services page, which you can find on Facebook, and my contact email is esoteric, ESOTERIC, services dot america at gmail.com. I am a white witch and a magician and a spellcaster, tarot reader, angel card reader, and also a master and teacher of magic. And I also do Reiki and personal consultations with people who need to solve their problems and who just need spiritual help. So all of my services you can request by contacting me through my email or Facebook page. Today we are going to discuss the tarot, which is a wonderful means of divination, if not the best one or the most known one, alongside with the runes and other means of divination, such as communication with the spirits. So today we are going to use the Tarot de Marseille, which means the most ancient or one of the most ancient means of divination regarding the tarot. So it's very simple and basic deck which everyone can use, even just by using the major arcana and using the booklet to help you. Now I have full courses that discuss the symbology and the meaning of tarot in a more complete and in-depth way, but if you just want a bite of it, or if you just want to start practicing, I'm gonna give you some basic history and indications that will help you construct your way into tapping into your intuition and understanding what the future holds for you and for the ones close to you, or for your clients if you have any. So first of all, there's no fear or sense of guilt or no sin attached to asking God and the angels and their manifestations, such as divination tools, if appropriate and if divine, to ask for guidance or divine guidance. Divination, just as the magical arts, should not be used in a negative format or by summoning negative entities or with the help of the devil. But divination per se is not against God, and it's not against anyone. We are allowed to know everything. The only thing that sometimes we are not allowed to know is when a person will be born and when a person will die. This only God knows, but God can also reveal if you ask Him. So you can ask any question with tarot, whether it's a social question, whether it has to do with either politics or the world, or is my city safe, am I safe, what's gonna happen to me in the next month, is my friend going to recovery and to heal from that disease, does my partner love me, what does that person think of me, when will my mother die because she was so sick, or what should I do concerning this situation, and so on and so forth. You can even ask with tarot, if you can't hear the voices of the angels yet, what does a particular angel want to tell you? Say, what is Archangel Michael's message for me today? And you draw a card and you see what the message is. So we have about 10 minutes to discuss today the main meanings of the tarot. The tarot developed in ancient Judaic times, meaning in ancient, what is today known as Israel or Palestine, and it developed, and that was about 7,000 years before Christ. And then it developed particularly in Babylon, and then it developed in Egypt, and then it developed again in Israel, until it spread to Italy and to Europe and to Asia, to even though not everybody knew that the continent existed, in Australia and New Zealand, and then they spread to North America and eventually to South America, where they had different divination methods, especially involving the summoning of spirits or seashells or other types of, like buzios, which is known in the Caribbean and other parts of South America. So they all have all these places have tarot nowadays, so they're so widespread that it's ridiculous to think that you're not allowed to receive guidance regarding a certain situation, or it's ridiculous to think that it's a sin to receive help from the universe, because it is not. So the cards of the major arcana are 22. There is the Magician, that's number 1, and then going all the way up to the World, that's number 21. And then there's the 22nd card, which is the Fool, which is like the highest, the most perfect. Tarot is a journey that starts off with the first card, that again is the Magician. The Magician, which is thusly portrayed in this particular deck of cards that I'm using. The Magician is the first card of the major arcana. The Magician, in particular the White Magician, rejoices in bringing the kingdom of God here on earth. Because of free will, this is not so automatic, and because action was created and possibility is given to choose between good and evil, the Magician chooses the good for himself above all, and then for everybody else. Therefore, in acting and doing, the realizing and manifesting, if you will, the kingdom of God on earth. This is the White Magician, and then the Black Magician would oppose the kingdom of God to manifest the kingdom of death or Satan or the adversary on earth. So one would use magic to create, one would use magic to destroy, first of all himself, and then all other sentient or unaware beings. In tarot, the Magician is associated with action, and it's a masculine principle, and it has to be interpreted in that way. Action needs to be taken. So let's now do this as if it were a one card reading. Card number 2 in the tarot is the High Priestess. This is again the Marseille tarot, which developed in France in the early 15th century at the court of a particular king that was reigning in those times. It is well known how many kings and queens were fond on the magical arts, such as Queen Elizabeth I, which is known for being contemporary to Shakespeare and many famous astrologers and wild magicians such as John Dee and Edward Kelly and others. And she, although no very practicing of the magical arts herself, but basically the more power you have, the more it is because you know how to get it. So the High Priestess will be a woman who knows of the occult and knows how to use it. So it symbolizes intuition, it symbolizes femininity, it symbolizes a passive principle, whereas the magician will be the active principle. The two together create, not necessarily with sex, but just with energy, mostly, because most magic is asexual. They create something wonderful, which is life, with their combining energy, and we have masculine and feminine inside of us already, so we can also create with the balance and tension and therefore energy given by these two polarities that oppose each other, and then give this wonderful vent of energy. So that's the High Priestess, and it can be associated to Mother Mary, Isis, or any other magical or occult figure of your preference. Card 3 is the Empress, which looks a little bit like this. The Empress is soft power, feminine power, and it has to be interpreted in that way, or it can just be your client or the person you're giving the reading to that's appearing in the same reading, if she is female or has a very predominant feminine energy. Number 4 is more stable and connected to Archangel Michael and the solar plexus, which is the Emperor. The Emperor is a card for power and stability, and also the person you're given the reading to if male. The card number 5 is the Pope. It's a symbol for unity. It's a symbol that's connected to the Archangel Sandalphon, who was once a human brother, the brother of the Prophet Enoch. It's union because it's union between the earth and the heavens, because Sandalphon is the lowest of angel, meaning the one that's facing the earth more. It's more connected to the earth, but it's still up in the sky. So the Pope is, for what his mission here on earth is like the new Christ, so a connection between God and man. So it's a unity which he creates. Also it symbolizes to a lesser extent and in a more under a more ethan light, the material world, because the Pope is here on earth. So this is so much for the first part of our journey, and I give you blessings and send you lots of love, and check out the second video for more information. Thank you.